exclusive, a special interview on something that BMICH and Kolamba Kamatha is bringing to you this month. It is a festival that many are looking forward to, and that is the Kolamba Kamatha Festival. The debut festival is happening this month from the 27th to the 30th of March, and we have someone very important, an iconic character to speak about this festival. This is her brainchild, and she is the chairperson of the Kolamba Kamatha Festival and BMICH, former President Chandrika Kumaratunga. Well, Madam, before we move into more details about the whole festival, I'd like to hear where this idea came into life. What was the inception thought?
Where, I don't know, but I have, I think, the weakness or ability to have all kinds of creative ideas on many things. So Kolamba Kamatha is just one of those things that I started doing at the BMICH. We started a leadership academy. We are now working towards a science park, the first one in Sri Lanka, and all kinds of other things, various other projects. So Kolamba Kamatha is obviously for the arts, performing arts. From a very young age, I love drama and dance and music. I used to play the piano, I used to dance on stage, I used to take part in plays, so all kinds of things, in addition to reading, of course. So I had that great passion for the arts, and I think it was encouraged by my father, who also had that. He used to read a lot. Even at the most stressful times, we would find him, even if he went to have an afternoon nap of 15 minutes, he would read a book and he would be found sleeping with a book on his stomach. So, and he would encourage us. He'd push me into dancing, learning Canadian dancing and all this kind of thing. So we were encouraged. We were sent for music classes, piano classes. Only singing I can't do. I sing completely flat. So I think that love came like that. Then I was in the capital city of the arts in Paris for 5 years while I was at university. So I had all the possibilities to indulge in it. Even when I was a broke student, we would not eat some meals and collect the money and go to see plays and ballets and that kind of thing.
Wow.
Well, that was a chance in a lifetime I got. So that all that went on like that. And in the university in Paris, we had free dance classes, free all kinds of things. Drama, at that time there were various drama movements. I loved the cinema also. As I said, long before I met Vijay Kumaratunga, from the age of 11 we used to follow the cinemas, the films that were going on in the world and here. So it was all that, and I believe that to take a country forward, education is the most crucial, essential thing. So as soon as I became Prime Minister, within 2 weeks, the then President called for the presidential election. While going in for the presidential election, I created a presidential task force for education, and I used to sit with them while going for election meetings and told them I want a program very fast, within 2 weeks of becoming Prime Minister, and I got the program in about 1 year. They really worked on it hard, but there was a lot of things to correct and undertake. And we started a massive education reforms, extensive, intensive education reforms, beginning from January 98, having planned for it. It took so long because we had to do a complete curriculum reform. Curriculum had not been reviewed for 25 years in Sri Lanka. What I learned in school was being taught to children when I became president. And normally it is an accepted fact that curriculum must be, especially in the fast-moving world today, where knowledge is renewing itself every day, you have to have a serious curriculum reform in the national education sector every 3 years. And once again, after we did the curriculum reform, nothing has happened now for 30 years. Very little. So we did all that. So I believe that education is absolutely essential for countries to move forward. Whatever else you may do will not work unless you change the hearts and minds of the children. So and then the arts is a very, very important factor for that, emotionally, personality-wise, to build a good citizen. And performing arts especially builds a personality, gives a lot of self-confidence. It encourages people to, you can't say I'm going to only do a play or a film with Sinhala Buddhists only, or Tamil Hindus. Everybody has to get together, you have to do things together, so it encourages reconciliation and harmony in the society. So all that is important, and you cannot have education without the arts and sports. Sports is another very, very important factor. So we had that comprehensive education program. All that has fallen through now, so I thought at least in my little way we can encourage the arts. And when I became Chief Minister of the Western Province, we tried to start a drama academy, a national drama academy. We did all that was required. I invited 39, I remember, the leading drama directors to come together, and playwrights. We discussed this whole idea. They thought it was great, and they drafted a curriculum for drama, for a drama school. Selected who should be the teachers, and when we were about to start, I got kicked upstairs as Prime Minister and then President. And the others who came after me didn't understand this, or I don't know what. They converted the very lovely drama facility that we created very close by, down Stanley Vijay Sundaramawatha, into an office complex, and started renting out the rooms for officers. So like these things have gone on. Then the Nelumpokuna was my concept, our concept. It was going to be the main millennium project of my government, a performing arts theatre. But that was also going to have that academy sector, which was sabotaged in the other place or destroyed. And walk-in theatre for young people, free theatre every evening, and that kind of thing. Then again I went home, and that was corrupted into what it is today. The design was not this. It wasn't going to be called Nelumpokuna. It wasn't just a theatre. It was going to be a whole complex of performing arts, and it was going to be the art square with the art gallery on one side, this in the middle, museum on the other side, and the University of Performing Arts also somewhere. All that was going to become one complex. So all that has now sort of been put on hold. So this is a love, a passion I had always. And finally, when I came back into the BMICH as the chair, I thought, let's try it in a small way with this place, where nobody can interfere with this. And we have some funds. So that's how we started this, in a small way. We started with this hall where we are sitting today. And this is a good performing arts small theatre, boarded floors and sprung floors and all that kind of thing, with a beautiful landscaped garden around. And now we are just finishing building another theatre for larger number of people. And we give this out at a very, very, very nominal rates to drama people, to dance people, and it's booked all the time, all 7 days of the week, for classes, because they don't have places for a class. They don't have place for rehearsals. So rehearsals, classes, workshops, and so on. And then we thought that is not enough. We have to have few steps forward. Let's have a annual drama festival, like they have in some of the countries, foreign countries, like the Edinburgh Drama Festival. In France, they have several. Nancy, one in which I was involved because a friend of mine, professor, did it, and all this kind of thing. So that's what we are having on the 28th, 29th, 30th. We are having 30 plays, and I think the details would have been discussed earlier. And we want to have a festival where people we have plays happening, 3 plays at the same time. So with one ticket, people can move around, watch whatever they want, or get up and go into another one. There will be food stalls and, various little Sri Lankan craft stalls and all that. so that people enjoy themselves indulging in theatre.
Sounds like a lovely festival to have in Colombo. But
Let's
Madam,
hope it
when
goes
you
well.
when you said, when you spoke about your idea and bringing an idea like that into a large-scale festival, can you walk us through your journey since Kamatha was established in 2022 in November, and then how you all actually thought, we're going to have this festival, and did you all come across any challenges doing something like that in a government that is not yours as well?
Not much. The government has nothing to do with the BMICH. The BMICH is an independent institution created by an act of parliament. Only the president appoints the board. Apart from that, they can't ask for anything. Even the Auditor General in a government institution, the Auditor General has to audit our accounts. Even that is not required, but we get the best, some of the biggest auditing firm in Sri Lanka to audit it, and we try to be very transparent in our governance. So no problems, except that we had teething problems in organizing the festival because we didn't have experience in that. We had a small committee, and then some people are not interested. Then I changed the committee and got very efficient 2 young event managers and 2 other staff from the BMICH who are involved with this. And just the 4 of them and me pushing them, and the committee did the work with a lot of support from the BMICH management. So I think because we had the concept in our heads, and I had attended drama festivals, and one of our event managers is a drama expert. So there was not, and we got a lot of support from the drama people whenever we asked for it.
Right. And Madam, the Kolamba Kamatha Festival, it's the debut. It's the first time we're going to have something like this in Colombo. So
no, the government has an annual drama festival. This is the first and only one outside of the government festival.
Right. And when you speak of this festival, how exactly, because you mentioned your time overseas and you wanted something similar to be done in Sri Lanka. And what is the kind of standard you all want to set for a festival like this?
That's a difficult question to answer, but we would like it to be one of the best in the world.
And
it will take a little time, but we would like to invite for future festivals, if we get the funding, to invite foreign drama groups to also come and perform here.
Of course.
At the festival.
And how exactly would you see this help Sri Lanka's international profile?
Well, you know about the Goa Lit Fest.
Yes, I saw you there actually.
I have been one of the people who has gone there from the beginning for 20 odd years. Yes, and little by little, quite a lot of people, especially from the region, come specially for that. And that helps tourism and all that. So in the same way, if this becomes well known, we'll have to invite theatre groups from at least first from South Asia and nearby East Asian countries. And then little by little, it will develop into something hopefully internationally renowned.
All right, we are looking forward to this festival being such an icon that Sri Lanka is recognized for as well. Madam, deviating a little bit from the fun side of this festival, you are someone who has had a front row seat in politics, still do I believe. So as a politician, but also someone who has been interested in culture, in drama, in the entertainment side for the country, how exactly do you think the government or Sri Lanka can actually use festivals like this to impact the future generations? Like you said, you mentioned the education sector. Likewise, what else can they do?
I would prefer to say rearrange your question. You said how would governments utilize this kind of thing? I would say how would Sri Lankan society use it?
Right.
I would prefer government not to put their claws on this. Because, in all the countries I know, especially drama and cinema have played a crucial role in social change.
Right.
In changes in society that were required, and some of them were part of the leading people in revolutions writers, singers, musicians, drama people, artists. So this is something that the government should not control, they should only encourage and subsidize, as they do in England, in France, in Germany, in all the self-respecting countries. But let society have their own committees and this and that, boards of directors, and carry on.
Right, okay.
It can be a very important tool for change in society.
And my final question to you before we wrap up.
As I have always said, one good play is worth 100 political speeches.
Wow. Right, okay. And for, coming from a politician, I think that is a really big deal. Well, madam, before we wrap up, my final question for you is, this is the first Kolamba Kamatha edition that we are going to see. And you all might have a plan for the next few to come. I don't know if we should jump into that before this one.
Well, annually, we hope it will continue every year.
Right. And what do you all expect to give back to the society and especially the younger generation who are being a part of this festival?
Well, first and foremost, the love for theatre. Build drama and dance as a professional activity where people can live through that, so that they will engage properly and full-time in these performing arts. And secondly, use it, as I said, to change the hearts and minds of our people, which need severe change at the moment.
Right, so education sector reforms, and of course make sure that people are more into arts, because that is what is going to change the world in the future. Well, that was our conversation with the chairperson of BMICH and the Kolamba Kamatha Festival, former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga. Thank you very much for joining us on this Newsfirst exclusive special interview on the festival. Well, the festival will be happening from the 27th of March to the 30th of March, right here at the BMICH premises at Kolamba Kamatha. So make sure that we will see you there. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
ක්‍රිස්තු වර්ෂ 460 දී ධාතුසේන රජතුමා විසින් නිර්මාණය කළ අද්විතීය වාර නිර්මාණය කලාවැවයි. මේ පෞරාණික ජලාශය ජලය ඝනමීටර මිලියන 123ක් ගබඩා කිරීමේ ධාරිතාවකින් යුක්තයි. කුඹුරු අක්කර දහස් ගණනක් පෝෂණය කරන මෙය ප්‍රෞಢ ලාංකේය ඉතිහාසයේ ස්වර්ණමය සලකුණක්.
අසම සමවාරි තාක්ෂණයෙන් ලොවක් විශ්මයට පත් කළ රජරට පුරවරයේ ගල් නෑවට මෙවර සිරස වසන්ත උදානය අරගෙන